ask him, or how am I supposed to ask him to do anything around the house?
Yeah, because I said you can't win against a man that had to fight for your rights. I was like, you can't start arguments with him. I was like, I can go in the house and be like, what you been doing all day? You ain't washed these dishes. And then he'll be like, bitch, did you get the vote? Like, how was that nice integrated lunch you had earlier? You got to sit at the counter. So that's kind of where it comes from.
I love that joke. It's so funny.
Thank you.
I always say that I've never done this as a set, but I say it all the time. Like, it's funny when you go on like Tinder and you see a picture of a guy and you're like, he's a soldier, and you're like, oh my God, he's a soldier. And the first thing you're thinking are benefits.
Right.
And the second thing I'm thinking is, what does dude do? But that's what I'm thinking when I meet anybody.
That's the first thing you think anytime.
Whatever, Dave. But and then you look at the profile picture and you realize that it was from like Desert Storm.
Right.
And he was 40 then.
Right.
So he was a lieutenant in Desert Storm. And then you're like, that is very deceiving. To go on there.
I mean, nobody tells the truth.
Old guys always like to put old pictures of themselves up on Tinder and whatnot. I'm gonna see how old you are, sir, when we meet.
I need real time pictures.
Right.
I need current.
Right.
As you look now. Right.
Currently.
But that's the thing, right? With online and app dating, you know, it's like, I mean, the pictures aren't even. 5 pictures aren't even legitimate anymore. I mean, people.
By the time I post the picture, it's done been through about 7
like
different
scam,
filters.
right?
I look like I'm almost dead on my last
filter. You're not really
filter.
getting what you think you're getting.
You use the best. Yeah, you use the best you.
Well, your fiance is a congratulations.
I don't have a fiance.
Oh, I thought you guys were engaged.
No.
Oh, your boyfriend.
I don't have a fiance. No, I don't. He's not my fiance.
What was that conversation we had where you were like, I can't believe I'm engaged? I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. I'm just kidding.
No, I have a joke about how I used to be engaged.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking. But your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he's an awesome guy.
He's a very dope photographer.
But he's a great photographer. Yeah, he's
great
fantastic.
photographer.
The pictures that strip of pictures that's your cover photo that I put on the flyer, I love that. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And I love that color, like the smiley face yellow. I told you that before. Like, I love that picture.
And he's actually colorblind. So...
Really?
Although it's all these colorful, very poppy kind of pictures. I'll bring my phone
So if you're colorblind and you date a white girl, your family couldn't really be mad at you.
I don't
You'd
know.
be like, I don't know, she's a hue.
Exactly, it's just a shade, right?
But they're not colorblind, though.
Right, but he can't discriminate for real because all he sees is
flesh
shades.
tones, Reggie.
Oh, my bad. I was just thinking about dating black
When
men.
you look at a black and white piece of paper, does it look just white to you? Or just black or just gray?
Listen, Dave, I don't know mathematics.
If you go to Wikipedia, though, there's actually like a range that'll show you how colorblind people see the world.
Where?
Where's this?
Wikipedia.
Oh, at Wikipedia?
The place where I find all my information,
what are you
obviously.
And Facebook.
Colorblindness.
But isn't it just like red and green look the same, or
I'm
like
looking it up right now.
Yeah, certain colors.
Like it's not just black and white like
The things just look dull.
Yeah.
Like he describes it as things looking duller than other things. He's like, he doesn't go outside and go, oh, the grass is orange. It's just like he's just like, kind of gray.
That would be awesome.
The world is just depressing.
Well, yeah, because the grass.
If you went outside in the house and it was orange, you'd have been like, man, I think that cheese has been in the refrigerator too long. You put on
right. And that means
it.
you've been on some things that are amazing.
So out of all the celebrities you've ever met in your whole life.
All right, let's go.
Who's your favorite? Because I know you're best friends with Amy Schumer.
I'm not best friends with
Y'all
her,
are best
but
friends.
I'm cool with
Girl,
her.
I met Shaq one time, and in my head, he's my BFF.
I'm
He's got
cool
the other
with
half
her.
of a heart necklace.
She shouted me out at the Oddball Festival
That's
this year.
what's up. That's fantastic,
Nice.
actually.
So that was the pretty cool thing for I was just like, Amy, you've made me feel important.
Aw.
And
She was headlining that, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, you know what? It was Aziz and Sarah.
Right.
She went up right before him,
Gotcha.
but she was working out her Saturday Night Live set at the time. But but I've known her. I knew her when she first started headlining, like at the Punchline, and so I hosted shows for her years ago. So we just kind of always stayed in touch. And then I did a spot on a show she did here a couple of years ago. So.
That's awesome.
She's cool.
It's an awesome business that we're in.
She's cool
That these are our
people.
stories. And that
I know,
we're not old and people with
know.
no stories that are old. Like, our whole life has been fantastic.
Yeah,
so can you imagine just being like, what'd you do today? Nothing. Just talked about other
Right.
people.
Yeah, I've met a lot of cool people though. I mean, it's been very fun. And
Who have you met any guys like your celebrity crush kind of, not really a celebrity crush, but you're just like, Boris Cujo, oh God, I smelled him
You know
so
what?
hard.
I haven't met him, but I one time saw him at the, what was it? Was I at the W? I don't know where I was. No, some hotel, but I saw him downstairs and I was just like, oh, it's Boris. And I was like,
Ugh. I
And I didn't
he's
do my hand
married
like
and
that.
don't
I did
Kevin,
not do
your
my hand
neighbor's
like that.
husband.
he's beautiful.
But he's gorgeous and
He's
he
the
smells.
most-
I made him very, very
You
uncomfortable.
smelled him?
Yes. I took a picture with him and was like,
I wouldn't have
he
inhaled.
smells so good.
I
You
wouldn't
know
have
what? The
inhaled.
best smelling celebrity I've ever smelled is CeeLo.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? I'm curious. Like, how are you guys getting so close to these celebrities?
That
just
we're smelling it because
like,
we're ladies.
You just-
Yeah, we're girls. We got booze. We can put them on anybody.
Right.
I mean, like, now, when you typically go about smelling a guy, I mean, like, have you ever been caught
Like
sniffing?
this.
Have you
Like
ever been
it's
caught
very
doing
much.
it?
It's very much like.
have you no? I want to know. Like, have you ever been caught in the act
Get it,
sniffing
man,
a guy?
just
And
smell
then if you have, like, what did you do? What?
No, I've never been caught
No, like when you
sniffing
hug
anybody.
them.
Right? Yeah. What you
When
do
you hug
when you
them.
hug, you just stay for an extra
A
second.
long time and fill up their back sometimes too.
No, I don't do that
I
because
do
I would
that.
because I asked for consent, Reggie.
I mean,
Can I smell you?
I've legitimately caught a girl just
Somebody
I think
just-
she didn't realize she was sniffing so hard. You know what I mean? Kind of like
Like, was
superstar.
what was the what was the context of this? Was it like were you just talking?
It was just no.
Or did she? Or was it this? Was it?
No. It was.
I'm just trying.
It was It was like a friend from.
I'm
from
trying to
high
smell
school.
you, Heaven.
And we'd probably not seen each other in like 5 years.
Okay.
And she walked up, and it was just a very extra long hug, and then
Mm-hmm.
which is expected. You haven't seen I haven't
That's
seen her in like
fine.
5 years, of course.
Totally
But then
fine.
it was a little awkward at the end, where the very long hug turned into just this really there was this really long sniff followed. And it caught me off guard because I wasn't used to that. And I don't think she realized. I mean, it's just one of those things. So I was curious. You guys talking about sniffing
So
men.
did she react when you noticed, or did you call her on it? Or?
Did you stop her? Were you like, hey, girl, you just sniffed my neck?
No, I definitely reacted, but I don't think she noticed my reaction. So that was my question to you guys.
Because she was intoxicated by your
I wanna
scent.
Did she
know-
follow it up with
So,
That's the only time it'd be
Here's what I wanna know. I mean,
acceptable,
like-
if she was like
Reggie, have you ever been caught? Have you ever been caught?
smelling people
Yeah.
all the time.
No.
I mean,
But I'm hugging. I don't think.
I
I
never-
think what
no.
you think I'm doing is what Mia was doing to you. I think did you have a perception
That's
that I
weird,
just
what
walk
I
up to
did.
people and like smell their face or something?
You've never
But
done
if
that?
you got to make
Have
it
you
an
ever
But
done
when
that?
you
An-
hug a
an
man, and
organic
if he's
sniff.
a tall man, especially, your face comes right about his armpit.
It's got to be well, see, I'm taller than everybody, so that doesn't work for me.
Oh, you are tall.
But you have to do an organic sniff. It's just more of
Yeah.
a.
It's probably
Come on,
kind
hug
of for
me.
guys like glancing at cleavage and then not getting caught. Or you kind of like if you do get caught, you kind of look around the room.
Right,
Like,
right.
oh, I'm just inspecting what's here. That wasn't anything.
I actually have a celebrity story. I wasn't sniffed. I don't want to say who the person is, but.
Why?
'Cause
It's just table talk.
No.
Five of us in here.
Let me-
Spill some tea.
But it was a very weird interaction many hundreds of years ago when I wrote for the Soul Train Awards. There was a person.
Backdoor brag. Many years ago when I worked for the Soul
but
Train
this,
Awards.
This is what happened. We do this skit, and then he's like, "Hey," and I had on this V-neck sweater, and he hugged me, and then after a second, he looks at me again, and then I almost felt like a light nuzzle right here, like a light nose nuzzle, and then he said, "Damn, you got a soft ass neck," and I was like, "I don't."
What does that even mean?
Right. I don't know what it meant. I don't even
Okay, let me ask you this: younger or older?
older.
Definitely older. That sounds like some older man.
But I
stuff.
didn't. But at the time, I was like, I don't even moisturize my neck. I'm like, why is it so soft?
Why is
Why
that
is my
something
neck-
that somebody? I mean, like, I don't. That's not typically the first thing I'm.
He's
You're
a neck
not-
connoisseur. That's
Right.
his
And
thing.
it,
I mean,
it
look
was
across
weird.
The room. What
It was
kind
a
of neck
weird
does she
thing.
have?
Right. You've never looked at
Ooh, that could
anybody's
be-
neck.
I got to get closer. That could be a softer neck. That could be a harder neck. What? I mean, like, why is that a? That's,
It was
Yeah,
but it was
weird.
just like he was just like, yeah, you gotta. He was like, damn, you gotta. And I was just like, ah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My favorite creepy old man story I've told on this show several times because I love it was
Let's
when
hear
I
it.
met David Banner and
Oh.
I went to give him a hug and his zipper was down. And I was like, should I tell him? Should I not tell him? And so when I went up to give him a hug, as I smelled him, I said, your zipper's down. And he was like, you're going to make the old me the new me. And I was like...
An old man or what?
The old me, the new me. Like, I guess put your dick up, David Banner. That's the point of that story.
I don't know why that's... Oh, God. I feel violated.
Old celebrities, old men,
How
but
does the
old
story end?
celebrities.
Right.
I got some dick. I'm just kidding. I
Did
didn't
you?
have it. Old celebrities, like, and old men in general, feel like they've got some entitlement. What happened? They feel
It took us all
entitled
a second to
sometimes.
notice.
Do what?
It took us a second to register.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
Continue.
Oh, well, that's all I had to say. Old men are creepy.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Don't stop till you get enough. Come on. Do a mix
Sorry,
of that
I
real
thought
quick,
I would
Heaven.
chime in.
Can you do it?
Heaven, do a mix of that.
I always think of Rush
I
Hour
always
when I hear
ask
that.
Heaven to do random stuff like on the spot.
Can you do
I don't know.
She's like, hey, perform.
Dun-dun-dun,
That's like if somebody comes up to you off the street like, hey,
Nah, I would
be
need to
funny,
hear the
tell a
beat.
joke.
Right.
Well, Dave, I'm
Right.
gonna get your ass
You know we
real
can't
quick.
do
We're
it
not
on
on
command.
the street. We're on the radio show.
We can't do it on command.
I can be funny, I think. What do you do? What do you do when people say, "Oh, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke"? What's
You know
your
what
comeback?
I do? I usually get over the top and I just go, what you think I am? You think I'm just gonna perform for you? You think I'm just gonna? You think I'm your monkey? Is that what you think? You think you go? No, I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that at all.
You make it real uncomfortable.
I know. Right, that's what I do. I just go. Hey, did you not hear about the Oscar so white controversy? And you gonna ask me?
Man, you would make white
To
people
perform?
muy nervoso with that.
This is not
No.
time to laugh.
Right. No. Right. No.
You're like, no, not at all. I just wanted you to maybe make me laugh a small bit.
No, normally if somebody asks me, if they're just like, well, make me laugh, then I just go, you know what? Come to a show.
I say
go,
that
why don't you
too.
come to a show? And they'll be like, oh, like you're legit. Come
I
to a
say
show.
that, or I say, like, I have a joke that I tell when they're like, tell me a joke, and it's like the worst joke of all time. Do you want to hear it?
Go ahead.
It's so crude that
Let me-
people don't ask you to do. I told a cop this one time when he pulled me over.
Let me
he was
hear
like,
it.
Libbo, you told me a joke. All right. A guy goes into a bar, and he goes up to the bartender and says, give me anything but a Bud Light. And the bartender gives him a Scotch on the rocks. And then he comes back, and he's like, man, give me anything but Bud Light. And so she gives him a Scotch on the rocks. That transpires about 3 times. And the bartender says, what do you have against Bud Light? And he's like, last night I drank a case and a half of Bud Light, and I blew chunks. She said, if you drink a case and a half of anything, you'll blow Chunks. And he said, Chunks is my dog. People don't ask you to tell any more jokes after that one.
Reggie.
What is that bad?
Now Reggie.
I just tell the crudest shit of all time, and then they're like, oh. And then I'm like, hang out with me. I tell people that a lot. Just hang out with me. Like,
Right.
I feel like I've heard that one.
I'm
It's
pretty
gonna
naturally funny.
It's gonna come out, right?
So
That's how
if I'm
I
in a
feel.
good mood, hang out.
comes
If not, do you cry a lot?
Do I cry a lot?
Yeah.
No, not really. Well,
That
I
took a
hate,
turn.
I hate to be a lady.
No,
You're
but I mean, as a
concerned?
female comedian, I
What-
cry all the time.
No, this
I
is
cry
what
when
I
watch
cry.
American Idol.
No.
I cry when I watch any commercials when people come back from Iraq and their dogs.
Oh, that
see
always makes
some.
me cry. That does. But in general, I don't cry a lot. But like if, when it's the week or two before lady times, I get when I start crying
You
at
said lady
when I cry
times.
at dog commercials and adoption articles on BuzzFeed, then I'm like, oh, it's.
Did you
Oh.
see the video of the dog that got rescued with her puppies and the dog was really crying?
I did not, but I saw a pig that just got saved.
That's gonna evoke tears anytime.
Right.
Little puppies.
Puppies
That's
make
that's a
people cry.
viral video.
But I guess, guys, y'all
Waiting
don't.
to
But if
happen.
you watch that video on Facebook, you probably wouldn't just
I bet-
start crying.
No.
I
they
mean-
You'd
wouldn't.
be like, "Oh man, that's sad and what a horrible
Do
thing."
you
but
cry, guys?
It depends on the context.
Yeah, definitely.
You cry a lot.
When is the
like
last
you cry
time
at
you-
least
Not a
once a
lot, no.
week?
When is the last time you cried? Kevin or Dave? When is the last time?
You take it, Heaven.
No, I'm
wanna
actually
know.
I definitely have cry here and there. I think everyone can use a good cry every once in a while.
You have great
Right?
teeth,
I
by
think-
the way. Has
Oh,
anyone
thank
told you that, Heaven? Heaven, they are amazing teeth.
Wow, that's really nice of you to
Did
say.
you have braces or no?
I did have braces when I was a kid.
Stop, you're amazing.
Thank you. That's
mean-
really nice of you.
I can't.
See,
I'm
just
sorry.
like Good Morning America.
I'm sorry. No, but go on, because he's a mesmerizing
Damn it.
person.
You're so attractive,
you see,
Heaven.
You know, my chair was further